Hey everyone, it's Chris from Rock Guitar Lessons for Old Guys here, and I got asked to do any AC/DC song. So I heard a rumor that if you put any AC/DC stuff anywhere near social media, Malcolm Young will come back from the grave and sue your ass off. So I have no way of knowing if that's true or not, but we'll find out, because I'm gonna do Night Prowler, which is from Highway to Hell. It's the last track on Highway to Hell. It's not one of their most known tracks, and certainly if you're sort of new to AC/DC and haven't listened to much of that era, which would be weird, because that's like one of their best eras ever. That, and then going obviously from that album into the Brian Johnson stuff. Then you may not know this one, but yeah, it's an awesome song, and one of the reasons I wanted to cover it, even though it's one of the lesser known tunes, is because it's the first song I kind of transcribed by ear as a kid. So I was like maybe 14 or 15, and I wanted to learn this song. It sounded really cool. I liked the groove, and I wanted to give it a go. So I set about trying to figure out what all the chords were and how to do it and everything, and I got pretty close actually. It wasn't far off. I kind of had the right idea. My execution and my skills back then weren't as good as they are now, so it was a little bit trickier for me to figure out what he was doing and how he was voicing certain things and soloing and all that kind of stuff. But I got there, and I'm pretty happy with the results I came up with at that point. So the reason I wanted to do it is because I think that if I could figure that stuff out as a kid, I think that any old guy who wants to learn rock guitar could probably play this. And once you get it down, it's just super fun to play. It's just a great tune. What I'm going to do is I'm going to play through a segment of it. I'll play through the start, the first solo, and the verse and chorus, I think, and then we'll break down those bits. Let's start with the playthrough. I'll see you after that for a breakdown. Bye bye. Okay, so the first thing with this is that I'm working it out in standard tuning because most of you guys are tuned to standard. So that makes it easier so that when you're listening to me play, it's going to sound the same as what you're tuned to. If you want to play along with the record, you have to tune down half a step. So what does that mean? Basically, all your strings are going to drop down one fret. So you're going to tune to E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, B flat, and E flat. Okay, that's pretty easy to do with a tuner. If you have a guitar like this where it's a double locking tremolo system, you're going to struggle a little bit with that. So I recommend, you know, only trying that if you have like a Strat maybe, or a Les Paul, something that's not locked up all over the place and reliant on string pressures and springs and all that kind of thing. It can get a bit messy. But for the purposes of this video, I'm doing it in standard tuning because I just thought that would be easier for all of us. So you're going to start off with the intro, which is basically just some big huge chords, and it starts off with an A chord. So I'll play through the intro for you. Okay, so there's the start of the intro, and I'm starting off with an A chord. Now, when I'm playing rock, I like to play an A chord with one finger rather than this. You know, I only use this particular voicing if I need to play arpeggiated stuff and need to get that E in there, which I don't. I'm playing AC/DC, so I play every A with my first finger. So your first chord is A, and then you're going to go to a D, or part of a D. It's kind of like a D suspended, D sus2, but really, I guess it doesn't hurt to play the E. Just bash it out, I suppose. I think I mute the E with my third finger. So what I mean by that is I'm just lightly touching the E string so it doesn't come out. But it's basically like a D chord without that second finger on, okay? Your second chord, so it's then you're going to go to a C9, okay, a C add 9. So basically keep that planted right there from your D chord, and just take your first and second finger and play the second fret and the third fret on strings 5 and 4. So you're not playing the E string. Okay, and that's that chord there. So those are the 3 chords you need for your intro, and I'll play through that intro again. So A, D, C9, D, and repeat. A, D, twice on the, so 2 quick short ones on that C9. So that's your intro for your chords. Next bit is the intro guitar solo. So we'll do that next. So now we're going to do the solo that's in the intro, and this is basically based around a classic pentatonic minor blues type of thing with lots of bends and really only using about 4 notes in total, something like that. So it starts off, I'm going to get straight into it, and it starts off with a huge bend on the 8th fret on string 2. And you hold that for 2 bars. And then, in fact, shall I play it first? Let's just play through the solo as best I can. Okay, so that's pretty much it. And what's happening there is we start off with that big bend, as I described. Now, a couple of things to watch out for. When you're doing a bend, if you've never done bends before, it's not taking like your third finger and just pushing it up. That's not really going to work. What you want to do is you want to get these two fingers playing. You're bending fret A. I'm doing it with my third finger, not my pinky. It's more comfortable with my third finger. And you're going to use your second finger on fret 7 and your first finger on fret 6. And you're going to use those to help you bend that. And you're also going to use your thumb to help you get a bit of leverage to bend that string. Okay, so on that classical guitar where the thumb doesn't really appear over the top, we use it in blues and rock to help leverage those bends, okay? Then it's another 2 quick bends on the same. Now notice when I'm bending that I'm actually deliberately on that third note, 1, 2, 3, letting that 8th fret note ring out in its natural sort of unbent state before moving down to the 5th fret. Okay, so it's not that, it's, and then, oops, back to that note. So it's a really long note to start, 2, 3. A really slow bend up there. So again, a lot of stuff using this 8th fret right here, always down to the 5th fret, and it's kind of hard to tell on this guitar because there's no fret markers. There kind of is actually. It's like where the leaves are. So fret 1, 2, 3, 7. Sorry, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 12. Okay, not that hard to see what's going on. Okay, back down on the 7th fret on string 3, full bend. Now I'm hitting the 5th fret on string 1 right there, which is the same note as the 8th fret on the 2nd string, bent up. Okay, then 7th fret again. I'm coming down onto the 5th fret on the 3rd string, and then bending the 8th fret again. Okay, so there's a lot of that. I think that repeats 3 times. Then move up onto the 8th fret on the 1st string. Bending on 7th fret again, and resolve onto your E note right there. Okay, so that's your solo. Okay, so after we come out of the intro solo, we're into the verse, and in the verse, he's playing a really groovy, just kind of dead, straightforward double stop type thing, basically around an A chord. Then we move up to the 4th fret with our 1st finger, and the 5th fret with our 2nd finger. Just play those 2 notes, then just add your 3rd finger on the 5th fret on string number 4. So you're playing 2 5th fret notes on strings 4 and 5. And then take that finger that you just put on off. And it revolves around that for a while. There you go. So that is the verse part 1. Okay. Now, I think Angus probably plays this with a pick. I was playing with my fingers, but a pick is fine. And the main thing you want to think about in this bit is keeping the dynamic nice and low. So this is the bit where Bon Scott starts singing, and the whole band sort of brings it down so that Bon Scott can do his thing. And also because they want to take it to the chorus and lift it up in the chorus so that, you know, the song has dynamics, it's going somewhere, right? So when you're playing this, it should be kind of mellow. So they could have played this another way, by the way. They could have just done it with like the A, the D, and the C chord, because that's kind of really what it is. So they could have kind of done it like that, but you know, you don't want that. That's not, there's no dynamic there, and that's the chorus part anyway. And these chords are just voiced a little bit differently. They sound so great. Cool. So there is your intro, your verse. Sorry, part one. Okay, let's do the next bit. Okay, so after you've done your verse, part one, where Bond comes in with the singing and everything, they add a little bit just to bring the dynamic up a little bit, which is a little lick, or a lick or a riff right there. So that's pretty easy to play. Open on the E string, 3rd fret on the same string, open on the next string, the 5th string, and 3rd fret on the 5th string, and then resolving to the open 5th string. And what they do is that fits into the riff that we did in the verse part one. So it goes like this. Okay, so there you go. That is your verse part two. Next, we will do the chorus. Okay, once you come out of your verse, sorry, I'm just trying to think, verse part two, which has this little lick, you're straight into the chorus. And the chorus is the same chords as the intro. With one, well, not exception, it's the same chord, but you're going to arpeggiate one of the notes. So I'll play through the chorus for you. Okay, that's your chorus. So starting off with your A chord, into your D chord, then your C add 9, and this time arpeggiate. So you're going to play the 5th string, 4th, 3rd, 2nd, and straight into a D chord, and repeat. The only exception is the last time you do it, the 4th time. You hit the C, you don't arpeggiate it, just hold it for half a bar, and then you're going to play the D chord 6 times as 8th notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then you're basically back. At that point, if you're doing it for the first time, you're into the solo, I think, at that point. So yeah, but either the solo or another verse, depending. Anyway, that's it. That is the breakdown of Night Prowler by AC/DC. Hope you enjoyed playing it. Practice hard. Any questions at all, please just comment me in the comments section, and I hope you find this useful. Yeah, good luck practicing, and don't forget to subscribe to this, whatever this is, YouTube, Facebook. I think it's on all of them, but please subscribe and show me your support. It means a lot, and it helps me do what I'm doing, which I enjoy a lot, and I enjoy helping you guys. So anyway, have a good week practicing, and I'll see you next week with another video. Bye-bye.